tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now it's Burrow, eluding the pressure right. Taken in, it's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 26 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. For a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 71 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel real. Good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, 46 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes. From the 29, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the first.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore, but a little looser, right? You're feeling good about things. Accurate, balls being completed, yardage is being gained. Go ahead and keep taking shots. The whole team has confidence now.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Mahomes, it's Hill, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Shedding the tackle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They go play action with Burrow. Rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. On second down, here's Mixon. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bengals continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback. Pass is thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A little juke. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 60 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Steps away, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample there to make the grab. And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in the... With a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To try again after the sack. Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Oh, he shifts past him. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Open man is Uzama. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And how about this, a fake? And that'll be a turnover on downs. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Cincinnati.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he'll head out of of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the move to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll give it to Mixon. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now back to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Oh, good move. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Cheifs with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Out to his left. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Play action. It's Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Being chased out. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And some space here. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down. To throw on second and 10. Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 54 yards away. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now Burrow. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Rolling to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.